US home sales show tentative uptick as mortgage rates ease, but uncertainty clouds outlook. US existing home sales in November registered a modest increase, offering a faint signal of stabilization in a housing market still weighed down by economic uncertainty and affordability pressure. According to data released by National Association of Realtors, sales of previously owned homes rose 0.5% from October to seasonally adjusted annual rate of 4.13 million units, just shy of market expectation. The marginal improvement coincided with a decline in mortgage rate, with the benchmark 30-year fixed rate mortgage falling from over 7% earlier in the year to around 6.2% by the end of November, based on figures from Freddie Mac. While lower borrowing costs have provided some relief, they have not been sufficient to spark a meaningful revival in housing demand. Economists caution that deeper structural headwinds persist: a cooling labor market marked by a rise in unemployment rate to 4-year high of 4.6%, and the slowest pace of wage growth since 2021 has dampened household confidence. At the same time, elevated home prices and stretched affordability continue to sideline many potential buyers. Supply constraints are further complicating the recovery. Housing inventory fell 5.9% in November to 1.43 million units, the lowest level since March, limiting choices for buyers despite typically slower winter activity. Although inventory remains higher than a year ago, the pace of growth has slowed notably, suggesting that sellers remain reluctant to list amid uncertain market conditions. Regionally, sales performance was uneven. The Northeast posted a strong 4.1% gain, while the South saw a modest increase of 1.1%. In contrast, sales declined in the Midwest, often considered the most affordable region, and were flat in the West. On an annual basis, overall existing home sales were down 1.0%. Home prices will remain resilient. The median existing home price rose 1.2% from the year earlier to $409,200. Supported in part by limited supply, homes also spent slightly longer on the market, with the median listing duration rising to 36 days. First-time buyers continued to account for just 30% of purchases, well below the level typically associated with a healthy housing market. Meanwhile, all cash transaction increased by 27% of sales, underscoring the continued dominance of wealthier buyer and investor. Consumer sentiment, though marginally improved in December, remains deeply depressed, reflecting persistent concern over household finances and broader economic stability. With residential investment having contracted in most recent quarters, analysts widely agree that the housing market is likely to remain subdued unless mortgage rates fall more decisively.